and gentlemen, welcome on in. My name is Ice Cold Brew. I'm going to be a broadcaster and commentator for this evening. And we are starting off strong with the Tier 2, that's GC2-GC3 for you folks unfamiliar, of Cross Progression Esports League, sponsored by Tishok Gaming and Boost Over Ball, who provided the prize pool for this season as well. Krusty Dog, welcome on in. Good to see you on top of this. Folks, I have some exciting news. We do have a wonderful addition to our broadcast set that we will see match after match, where it will be a post-match stats analysis brought to you by Lander, the creator of the broadcasting assistant for Rocket League, and now the analysis assistant for Rocket League as well. He also created Carl, which is now free and provides live match updates. Let's talk real quick about our matchup getting into this. We're going to have the number 2 from Group D, that is DJ Cali, coming up at 6-1 right now. I am peeking a little bit. Hold on one moment. That's DJ Cali coming in strong at a 6-1 with Dramada, J-Man, and Cali, Risk RL himself. Cali, of course, Risk being a fantastic player I've seen and witnessed multiple times. On the opposite side, we do have KCG Akuma, Krusty Crew Gaming Akuma, one of the other sponsors of this season, by the way, who have Slime, 9, and Arc joining us on the pitch. And it's going to be such an exciting time. It is going to be a best-of-7 matchup, ladies and gentlemen, and I cannot wait to get the ball rolling here as I quickly make sure my entire set is all good. I'm checking in. We have all players in the lobby right now, so we're going to quickly check in with them, make sure they are all good to go. All right, we got one yes. And if I get the other, all right, we are all set, ready to go. Folks, this is going to be a best-of-7 matchup. This is a single elimination tournament, by the way, for, and Krusty, please remind me if I have this right. I believe it's a $150 prize pool getting ready for the series here. And it's going to be Arc, Slime, and 9 over in the orange up against Dramada, Jay, and Risk in the blue. And this is going to be a very, very incredible series. We already have Prozac calling a 4-2 in the chat. And, I mean, it could go anyway. That's what I love about Best of Sevens. That's what I love about this playoff competition. You have such a strong matchup between these two teams. You have such impressive adaptations that can happen between each game. You are not going to get the same matchup every single time. If these teams, which they can be at this level, I was correct about the 150. When they can't, oh my God, Risk will be able to clean that one up. 9 gets a beautiful save, however, cannot follow through on this touch. Risk taking flight, gets that ball knocked down. Jay gets a piece of it, gets a piece of 9 really. And 9 is able to get that save, however, cannot clear the ball out in time. Drops it down to the ground right in front of Risk. He's going to take that first goal for DJ Cali. DJ Cali, again, a very impressive team. I've never seen them lose once, and the one time they did, I was not there. Therefore, I have never seen them lose. It's going to be Arc streaming that ball around the orange side of the pitch. And it's going to bring it back down. Drom tries to get a piece of it, trying to slow it down for Jay. However, that's an awkward angle. Oh, 9, a bit too quick, a bit too alacritous in order to hit that ball. It's going to be Arc clearing the way out. Instead, that ball is sailing up and around. It's going to be another shot. Jay sends it down. Cybertruck from Slime tries to put it on post, however, doesn't have the boost behind it. It's going to be Arc taken out the side. And that's what I really love about this type of game. You can get that first goal so quickly from one of the teams, and albeit the defensive positioning was impressive, the follow-up was the main crux of the play, and that's what we got from Risk, who minimized it just by following the ball to the bottom. 9 scrambling back, that ball's towards the net. He keeps it up high, he's gonna try and pinch it off. Risk tried to dunk down low. It's not gonna go through. Arc out of the corner. Sends it up and around, down the side of the pitch. 9 redirects, tries to put it back center for a teammate. Drums on the backboard. Top shelf for Slime, a bit too high. Will hit the highway bridge and will be denied entry. Ball sailing around. It's going to head back towards half court. 9 picks this one up. It is going to be a chance for them to strike true, strike home. It's denied out of the corner. That's another chance that they tried attacking that upper right corner for their blue side. And 9 drops that ball down. Jay able to clear it away before Arc can get there in time. He wished he had just a bit of a better arc there in order to get in the way. Slime taken out by Risk. Jay towards center, tries to get it to Drum, but another save from Arc. Jay chasing it down. Sends it off and away. It's off to Risk. Risk can't get Arc. That's a little bit close to the net, but Jay's all the way rotated back. They have the lead. Why does he need to play up? Jay down center to Drum. Drum down the center of the net. 9. It prevents the easy shot for Risk. Able to cut it down before he gets a dunk on it. Instead, ball towards the backside of the pitch. Sends it back over to Slime. Slime gets cut down. It almost goes in. Drum back up outside the strike zone. Tries to get it inside the penalty box. Instead, it's rattling around the rim. Drum looks for a back pass to Jay. Arc. Fuse 9 gets taken out. Now it's into 2v1. Just needs to get it over 1. Tries to get over 2. Takes out 1. Slime goes for another piece of it. Can't get there in time. And that powerful pinch sails across the board, across that back line, and it's going to head inside. 85 seconds left to go. Only a 1-goal game so far, but so many shots coming from both sides. I believe, just looking at my stat sheet right now, yes, you can in fact say it's a little bit split even on the shots. However, defensively, they've done so much better on the DJK side. Risk comes into counter, gets bumped out. Drum drops it down center, wants to find a connection to Jay. Slime will intercept the call. Back down to 9. 9 looks for a piece of it, tries to get a little bit more power on that flick, will not go through. It's Arc, sends it across, over to 9. 9 back to the net. Arc puts it back, gets denied again. Drum goes for it. Slime puts it in. K9 with that demo takes that chance and provides Slime that opening. Beautiful pass from Arc as well. The bump from Slime puts it right behind Risk, and Risk is forced to own goal in that moment. And again, folks, that is what I am talking about. The game shifts so dramatically. Now, 40 seconds left to go. Slime pops the ball up high. That leaves Arc alone. Jay goes for a backward pass over to Drum. Drum looks for a connection, but Risk on a goose egg could not catch up to that ball in time. Akuma looking for desperation attempts here. It's going to be Risk with the must. He tries to put it center, instead pinches it away. I think with 20 seconds left to go, outside of a miracle happening, this ball is going to go to ground. It's going to be OT for game 1, which is what you want to see. 9 cut down at the half-court line. Risk taking out Slime as anyone back. Arc scrambling, gets a piece of it. Sends it upfield to 9. 9 drops it down to Slime, but that's on target. Arc denies. Drum not going to let this one go to ground. Arc trying to get a little bit more boost. Can't get it to levitate any longer than that. It's going to be our first OT for game 1. Bet you never expected this, folks. Risk taking flight, ball down to the side. It's going to be Drum sending this one off and away. Can't really find the space for himself. It's going to be Jay trying to find that upper altitude. However, the stratosphere is no longer safe for him. He doesn't have enough boost in the engine to get height. Instead, has to come in for a turn. Gets a little extra boost from Drum over to Jay. How does that not go in? Drum gets denied. Risk, last one back. Half-court cut by Slime. Slim chances on that one. I don't know how Krusty Crew Gaming Akuma got out of that one alive, and yet they can think they're lucky stars. That's why they're the number 3 team. However, they're up against the number 2. Drum firing once again. This is what I wanted against a top contending encounter between 2 major organizations. Jay looking for a pass down to Drum, but Drum is playing up a bit too close. Has to scramble to get back. Risk with the cut. Sit down. Off to the side, over to the backboard for Risk. Looks for an opening, tries to get a bump on Arc, won't find him. It's Drum on the back line. It's going to be Jay, able to save. Does not get bumped out by Arc in time. Wonderful field awareness by Jay, able to avoid one. However, Arc also with some great awareness of the situation. Finds a path to 9. 9 can't get it down in that upper 90. Slime hits the ball, goes to ground at the 50. And it's going to be 9 pick this one. Ooh, bit of a rush team conversation. Sadly, that meeting could have been an email. It's going to be Arc on the side of the wall, dropping it down center. Over to Slime. Can't beat Jay. It's going to be Risk. Looking for another touch. but 9 with the save. Can he get another one? No, it's going to be dropped with the follow-up. Sends this one back into the net. 9 got a touch of it, sent it up to ceiling, but Arc was out of position, couldn't get there in time. Incredible play from Drom in order to recognize where that ball was going. And folks, now is the time you've all been waiting for. We have DJ Cali as the winner. Let's look at them stats at this point in time, ladies and gentlemen. It is very small for me because I made them tiny. But don't worry about that. We will talk a little bit more about this. However, Risk and Drom both with 1 goal apiece. However, it's Risk with the 100% participation. In fact, most of the control coming from Risk as well, leading the team. But 9 was on the ball the entire time. You can see that possession working out for him, and he was able to find connections, just able to contend the entire Game 1 match. However, wasn't really enough for him, and some of those touches were a little bit on the desperate side. He wanted them to go through. He wanted to find an opening for his team, but he could not do so. On the opposite side of the pitch, too, we still have the wonderful folks over at KCG. They had so much momentum on the boost. They were just behind in that average boost category. They were just a little bit too slow for DJ Cali. DJ Cali with some incredible movement on their side. As we come back into this next game, it's going to be Slime taking the kickoff over to 9. And now with that kickoff center, can Arc take flight? He wants one more touch. Ooh, missed it by that much. It's going to be Slime dropping the ball down to Drum. Arc with that opening after that demo from Slime will bring Akuma to the start of the game in their favorite way. In the lead, which is more of what you want to see. That's right, folks. Going into the second kickoff now. Now it's Akuma taking the first lead. And that's something they really needed in this moment in time. It's going to be Arc dropping the ball center, but Risk on low boost just drops the ball for Jay. Ooh, Jay did not want to take that. Bit of a mistake there. It's going to put Risk in an awkward spot, and with that 50 rising up, Risk and Jay double commit. Slime out of the corner, picks this one up. Puts it down. 45 seconds gone by. We have that first goal from KCG Akuma. They're very happy with that, of course. They're playing a little bit more conservative because of that. They're trying to maintain possession more than their opposition. It's going to be Drom looking for an opening. Slime taking him out on the kickoff here. It's going to be 9 taking flight, bumped out by Drom. Jay with the follow-up, takes it down center. Arc and 9 double committing, but that could have been desperate. That could have been dangerous. Arc having to play the backboard, clears it to the opposite side. Risk goes for the follow-up. Arc on top of him, and like lightning gets taken out between the 2 connections. I think when we get another OT here, I can't not see DJK taking a second goal in order to tie it up. Great defensive effort from Akuma, though. I'm a bit worried about those double commits, though. They've been able to eke by just enough by getting a strong enough controlled touch to set each other up. And you know what? They wanted to prove me wrong as well. They did not care about DJK. They do not care where they go. All they wanted was for Akuma to take the lead, and that's exactly what happened. Beautiful pass from Arc to Slime to find that upper 90, and that's what we want to see. 400 bits from Krusty Dog as well to celebrate the goal from Slime. Thank you for the 400 bits, Krusty. I really appreciate it. Never obligatory, always appreciate is what I like to say when it comes to tips and bits. As 9, looking for a center, drops that ball down. That's a good pass to Arc, but Risk is still going to get that touch. Able to curve around, 50 from Jay. Drops that ball center. Drom is going to try to rise up. However, he just doesn't have enough gas in the tank right now. DJ Cali's struggling a little bit. Going to bring that ball out to the half-court line. It's going to be a tough matchup as Drom brings this ball around. 9 gets countered, dunked down by Drom, who picks up the boost. Arc sailing for the ball, Drum looking to clear out the back line, does so, and with that tackle on Slime, sticks him to the post, and Jay will find the goal here. First goal for Jay as well, ladies and gentlemen. Wait, hold on. Getting hot fresh news, hot fresh goss from Krusty Dog. Today's Ark's first day on in a week, and his power was out an hour before the match. I saw that in the chat. I didn't know who it was, but the fact that Ark is playing like lightning, is firing him into the net, is an incredible way to go. As however, he's also being taken out like I can't remember what they're called anymore, but it's going to be Ark silencing me with a fist. Just knocks me out with that shot. Great 50 from Slime, but repays Ark with the assist. Far corner shot, far post. And brings it back to a 2-goal lead once again for KCG Akuma. Ignore me, folks. I am chugging water. Ball on target. Oh, no! Drum. Heard me chugging water, realized there was a pause in my breathing and talking, and said, let me make sure you're breathless, and sniped a shot from 80 yards. I'm assuming this is a 100-yard field. I don't know. That's what I imagine most soccer pitches look like. It's going to be Jay playing the corner. Has a center, but no one's around. Brought it back down to a 1-goal game, though. Drum and Jay, incredible setups with each other. Drum sends it back down, fires through. It's going to be Risk, putting it out to the corner. Bringing it out to the pasture, looks for that strike box, can't find the penalty zone. It's going to be 9 with the denial. 85 seconds left to go. You know DJK want to get another OT here. I think they have time to do so. They could even find another goal if Drum finds that connection. Sadly, cut down. The room was tapped, and 9 and Slime were on the case. The best buddy cop movie as Art comes in without a care in the world. Drops that ball down. It's going to be Slime with the follow-up, taking the shot. However, the round comes empty. 9. Ooh. Bit of an ugly wave dash there. Bit of a neck pull on that one. It's going to be Ark taking out Jay. Risk. Looking for an opening for the team. Can't get past anyone. Just a lot of open space as that ball takes flight. Slime playing the corner, booms it upfield. Wants a follow-up from 9. However, 7, 8, 9. And it's going to be on the ball heading towards the net. It's going to be Risk playing down. Takes the boost out of the corner away from Ark. Going to throw himself to Slime. Slime with the 50. That's open. Drum can't follow. It's going to put it back to the corner. Ball and Ark's line of sight. He's going to put it in front of Drum. 9 with the counter. It's up high. Jay still following through. 5 seconds left to go. DJK need a goal. Risk gives up the boost. Gives it over to Drum. It's a bit too far. It's going to go up to the net. Up towards the center. Ark at 9 taking flight. They want to pick up the ball, but that's going to hit the ground. No, Risk follows through, and they're flying in formation. They're squatted up, but they will not find the space. They cannot find the tying goal. Game 2 is going to go to KCG Akuma. Let's head on over to those beautiful stat lines. We have some great goals coming out from Ark and Slime right now. 100% goal participation from them too. 9 covering that back pitch for the most part. Has really just been there to apply pressure. And you know what happens when you apply pressure? You break, and that's what happened here with DJ Cali. DJ Cali unable to perform overall. Risk especially couldn't find any shots for himself, let alone a goal. And that has to be frustrating to see on their side. So with that in mind, I am going to take a moment after I pick the map to remind both teams that they do have a minute timeout. So pardon me, folks. Just to make sure both team knows the rules and they understand that they get a full minute timeout after the 60 seconds in between rounds, so this way they can be better prepared for each other. Now, of course, we're heading into Game 3. We're in a best-of-5 situation. Both teams are ready to go, of course. We had some impressive passing plays between Slime and Arc. I would love to see 9 get more involved on that offensive end. Risk got shut down that entire game, too, and you know he is looking for more opportunities. Drom able to find a Hail Mary shot for himself and opening up the goal for Jay, who got his first goal last game. And I think those demo plays are really what's going to help set apart DJK. Akuma, on the other hand, I think they need to continue finding those upfield passing plays that they did such a fantastic job locating. In fact, looking for a double tap. It's going to be a fake from 9 to a pass to Slime, and Slime is going to pick up a goal here. Incredible distance picked up by 9, and what a way to get out of the way of the net in that point in time. Akuma, once again, taking the first goal, and right now the script is, if you score first, you win last. If that makes sense to you folks, congratulations, you understand my level of English. It's going to be Drom playing the 50 mark. It's going to be a back pass to Slime. Up high, Risk going up to counter, gets it away from the backboard. But 9, great follow-up. Low on boost, but puts on the far post. It's going to be 9 pick up the goal here. It's an entire solo play from him. Just goes to counter Drom, catches Risk unaware, and in a risky position, Jay goes for the martyrdom. However, it will not go through here. 2-goal lead once again for KCG Akuma. Akuma are truly demons. Once they get that lead, they will never let go. And you will remember their name as they are charging into your net, trying to clear out space. 9 had a fantastic shot there. I love to think that positioning was what helped him win out in the end, but also the overcommitment on the side of DJ Cali. They get nervous when they are not up, and you can see that. It's very apparent in how they double commit and how they both play the corner and their boost rotations as well. 90 seconds gone by, Drom takes out 1, tries to put it past Slime. However, he's just a bit too sticky on the ball and reaches out, takes it away from them. Slime, soft touch, but it's over to Drom. Drom's just going to try and keep it down low, away from the opposition. That's going to provide Risk a 1v1 chance. Tries to get away from Slime, but can't go after it that far. Just flicked it a bit too far away. Slime on target, able to cut that one down. Drom, if he had a bit more power behind it, had an open net opportunity. However, hardest shot to hit in the game, if I don't mind saying. 2 minutes gone by, feeling like game 2 right now. As we were looking for Arc to pick up another goal, instead it's a pass to 9. Risk just doesn't have the vertical here. And it's going to be 9 looking to pick up a second goal. And I think that's actually a second goal of the series, too. That time off the assist. And it's just an impressive run for KCG Akuma. While DJ Cali, it feels like they're falling apart a little bit. I felt like they were more impressive. I will remind folks, this is the first time both teams have met because they are Group D and Group B respectively on the screens. 9 picking up a hat trick while I'm monologuing here. Decided to come in and find his very first fedora. If you get that joke, shout out to Lou Wilson. I 100% guarantee no one watching Rocket League right now has ever seen Dropout and or Game Changer and or Make Some Noise. Drom looking for the ball after the demo from Risk. Won't be able to pick this one up. Yeah, 9 is hot right now. Oh my God, Arc! Just a nice little cross-up right in front of the net. Looks like he's going for the corner and instead drops it down, banks it into the center. Arc is hot, hot, hot. Trying to close this one out in their favor and doing it so quickly. It's going to be Risk playing for positioning with more than half the game gone by at a 5-goal differential. If I am DJK, I'm just focusing on getting momentum for the next game. I'm focusing on what to do next. Krusty, if you can, grab that clip for Arc because you know he wants to see that later. Jay puts the ball onto the side. Sends it down and away. Ball across the net. Slime's not going to be able to get their second goal of this game. It's going to be Arc with the pass to center. Over to Arc. Bounces around the rim, and they are not stopping until they hit double digits. 6 goals in favor of KCG Akuma. Prozac saying comms are cooked. Listen, it does feel like they're having a bit of a breakdown in communication here. I feel like someone forgot to turn on their walkie-talkie and also selected the wrong channel on another side. However, they have plenty of time to come back. That's the greatness of a best of 7. It's about adaptability. It's about figuring out what the next best move will be. I will remind them once again, they have a timeout with 75 seconds left to go in this game. You know they just want to find some momentum going into game 4. It's going to be a nice pop-up as that ball rattles down. It's going to head over to Slide. Down to 9. 9 tries to follow up. It's going to rattle around the rim. Draw him with the clear. Upfield to Jay. Jay with some force behind it, but Arc cuts it down. Won't be able to get past 1. It's going to be 9. Back to Jay. Down to Slime. Down to Drom. Drom top shelf. We'll put it inside. There's the magic goal they need for that momentum shift. And folks, it's time to talk about one of my favorite theories of Rocket League. It's not who scores the most goals in a game, because sometimes that puts you over and that tilts you and gets you too excited. It makes you relax. It's whoever scores the last goal in a game who will have that momentum to go into the next one to try to finish off the series in their favor. And that could very well be what happens here with DJK. Risk might be looking for a second goal. They do have time to do so. It's going to be Jay forces a 50. Oh, Risk takes flight, but Drum comes in with the broom. Clean up on Io Akuma. There is an entire 6-car pileup in 3-car pileup in that net, and Drum takes that goal for themselves. Brings it down to a 4-goal game, 2-goal momentum shift. That's a good way to get started for that game 4. I've never seen a team come back from a 4-goal deficit with 20 seconds left, though. However, you know, I've seen stranger, but they need to be fast. They have 3 seconds of goal right now. They need to score right there. They cannot do it. 9, going to try and prevent them from getting any more momentum, but it's going to be Drum looking for a pass out. Look at Slime. He's playing the back post. He's not allowing them to get any more momentum for them. And instead, it's going to go to the end, 2-6 in favor of KCG Akuma. With that in mind, 2-6, 3-2-1 from 9, Arc and Slime, 4 assists. And we got a timeout from DJK. Making sure they know what I'm going to do. All right, folks, let me get this map changed over before I forget, because I will. Incredible matchup from Akuma. They played extremely well together. I mean, 67% off of assists is a great way to be. And honestly, I am not surprised that they took that game. They had so much momentum going into that first game. I'm going to let them know time starts now. They had so much momentum going into that second game off the passing plays, off the setups that they really needed for that motivation. And that was so important for their momentum. They had great passes for each other, they had great looks, and they were putting DJ Cali in a panic. That's why they need this timeout right now. They need that mental reset. They need that time. And now Akuma can also take this 30 seconds and continue to play their game, or they're going to need to adapt to what DJ Cali is going to do, which I think they're going to try and force more demos in order to find their momentum. We're coming down to the last 10 seconds right now, folks, so we're going to get ready and join in. All right, there we are. Everyone is set and ready to go. I'm going to turn off my timer before it makes too much noise. And we are going to get underway here at Game 4. Currently, KCG Akuma up by 1. Series at 1 and 2 in favor of KCG Akuma. The number 2 seed of Group D looking to mount their comeback, and they got the final 2 goals, you know? They got those final 2 goals back in Game 3, which is used for their motivation. They shut down Akuma in that time. So, in my opinion, folks, I imagine they're going to look to be a bit more aggressive, try to find some more bumps and demos, and they're going to talk a bit more about their spacing, too. Drum trying to drop that ball for Risk, but just a bit too close. That clear out from Slime and Arc working out in their favor. And now everyone's been cleared out of the net. You know what? I talked about DJ Cali needing to go for bumps and demos. However, follow Arc's path, coming and streaking like a comet and catching so many people on his Arc. Making me feel like it's Twisted Metal. Season 2 now done on Peacock. About Twisted Metal. Akuma wins these, says your mom's queso, and honestly, I agree. Again, the game is about momentum and adaptability. What can you do to throw something different? What's new, unique, and creative that will catch your opponents off guard? Definitely not hitting a dinger off the crossbar, sadly. I'm sorry, Jay. I have to call you out on that one. Great angle, great shot. Ball's going to rattle up top. Out of the corner, it's going to be Jay dropping it down, looking for a pass to Risk. Risk forced to 50. Dangerous position, but drawn with a powerful pinch up high. Gets it over to Risk, who's able to send a banger down the pitch. Why do I have a minute 15 of ads? Anyways. That's from when I streamed Dark Souls earlier. I just realized that. 90 seconds left to go. We're looking for an opening here. Sadly, right now, the script is still. And oh, Risk with the force 50 on Slime. I didn't even see that coming. I saw Slime getting ready to pick up that ball after Drom's whiff, but Risk just comes screaming through the midline and forces that 50, pinched it off to the far side, ties it up 1-1 now once again. Opportunity for them to come back. Ball towards the net. Slime going to put this. What a cut inside! Brings it up 2-1. Slime on essentially a solo play. Great kickoff from Arc, but at the end of the day, it's that game sense. It's that acuity. That mental acuity when it comes to controlling the ball, controlling your car, knowing what direction you need to go to. And that's exactly how Slime was able to find a beautiful goal. Jay pops the ball out towards half court. 9 with the pickup, looking for a pass to Arc, gets bumped out, gets the boost, but gets a collision as well. Gonna be the ball out towards mid. 9 drops it down. Drom gives it away to Jay. Jay clears once. Drom upfield. Slime with the cut down. Creates some traffic in the air. Arc looking for a top shelf. Top bids will not work out. 9 though. Will come in with the well barrel and send it down low away. Just enough from Risk. Risky situation, but now it's another 2-goal game. 9. Great counter. Half the game gone so far. Demos becoming a problem, an ongoing issue. Just a point of friction for this DJ Cali team. I was about to use medical terms for some reason. Like, this is not a contagion or anything like that. It's going to be the ball out towards center. Risk taken out by Slime. Demos abound once again. Krusty Crew Gaming really getting the hooks into DJ Cali. DJ Cali not able to take flight. It's going to be Arc taken out of the corner. Pinches it far and away. Just going to go for some orange juice in the meantime. That might lead an opening. Slime. Cybertruck hitbox, able to get a 50 out to Drom, but Drom's just too far. Minute 45, 9. Oh, Drum got caught with a flat tire. 9 with that pickup. Jay goes up to counter. Drum trying to recover, but just cannot move. Can't make a motion to groove for the team. Gonna be a breakaway chance. 3-goal difference at 95 seconds left. That is not favorable odds if you are DJ Cali. And I truly believe they had a game plan going into this game 4. However, the bumps and demos just taking them out once more time again and again and again. It's not really doing them any favors. That pitch awareness not really coming out in time and just getting caught off guard. Now Risk tries to drop that ball center, but Jay and Drum just don't really have a lot of momentum behind them. Arc able to get this ball out of the center, but Jay follows up, has to put it aside, goes to Risk. Drum, opening, puts a bounce on it. Ooh, denied though by the crossbar, and then Jay with the follow-up denied by Arc. To Slime now, sends it down center, and folks, KCG Akuma are going to be on match point after this one. Incredible saves coming out from Akuma. However, I think the crossbar is doing a lot of work. 4th man of the year every single year. I tell you what. I'll tell you what. I can't do a king. Can't kill. Slime over to 9. Back to Drum. Down center to Arc. Top shelf. Risk. Got to start practicing those box jumps, young man. You got to get some verticality on. But you had no boost. Tranquility on a match point 2. Incredible. Looking to update our passports right now. It is 1 to 6. And we'll be denied. The flight will be canceled before it is even booked. We are heading to 2 and 6. It's going to be a repeat of the previous game. However, still looking for momentum. That kickoff worked out. Caught him off guard at least. On the side of Akuma, they were not prepared for that quick response from Risk. And now, ball rattles around the outside. It's going to be Arc fighting for positioning. Jay onto the right post. Drum rises up, but 9 is a bit faster. Risk, risky placement, risky positioning. Tries to put that ball around. Arc down center. Doesn't really need to worry about scoring right now. Cali just needs some momentum. Just needs some movement. Drum's going to get a goal now. Just a nice putt from long distance. Thinks the shot. Brings it down to half, but 3 to 6. 3 seconds a goal. If we get 3 kickoff goals, I'm throwing my headset. Actually, no, I'm not doing that. This was a gift from my beloved, so I'm not doing that. However, you will understand the frustration, but it will not happen. It's not going to matter anyways. Ball to ground. KCG Akuma on match point. You know they're happy about that one. Let's look at some stats here, folks. Incredible plays. 5 for 6 on assists at this point in time. And I believe only 1 assist. No, sorry, 2 assists coming out from Drum, 1 assist from Jay. 100% goal participation on the side of DJ Cali, but it's not enough. They couldn't really find a lot of passes for each other throughout that series. And again, a lot of the plays, hi King, welcome on in. A lot of the plays were just demos. The bumps and demos absolutely ravaged that back line. They couldn't really find an opening for themselves to find a good defensive effort. They had great offense. The unfortunate part is just the crossbar didn't want to work with them at that point in time. And that led to their own issues to find shots on net. So now with that in mind, you got to wonder, are they going to try to play a bit more aggressive, try to contest with that possession, or are they going to play a little bit further back so they can support each other on that defensive grind? Because that's what's been catching them off guard so often. That's what's been causing so many issues for DJ Cali, as with that kickoff, and now that follow-up demo by 9. Once again, the opening is here. And folks, I want you to remember the script so far has been if you score first, you win the game. KCG Akuma have scored first in games 2, 3, and now 4. And Cali almost scored first right there. They were trying to take the lead. They want to be comfortable. That lead is a zone of comfort. It's like a blanket wrapped around them. It's like a Snuggie, really. Sadly, they forgot to wash it a few times. That's why they've been struggling to find a net for them to sink at the moment. Risk hitting the goalpost. Bit of a rush on that speed flip, not really working out for him. Ball to 9, over to Risk. Drum has to play the low 50. Congestion in that corner. Drum scrambling to get back. Jay playing defensively. Ball to the far side. Rotation. Rotation, rotation. First goal to KCG Akuma. And that could be the nail in the coffin. That could be the one issue that causes DJ Cali to lose out on this game. They had possession of the ball, but they cleared it out a bit too far. That 50 did not work out in their favor. First goal going to Arc. Off the assist from Slime because of the 50. Now, once again, DJ Cali are on their back foot. They're not happy with how they performed from game 3 onward, truly. Arc scrambling for the boost, scrambling for the bar. Won't find a chance. It's going to be the Risk who gets it for the biscuit. Will not come up with the crumbs on this round. Instead, it's beautiful, it's buttery, it's flaky, it's from Whataburger. It's a honey butter chicken biscuit, and Risk got it tied 1-1 with a coupon. Once again, if anyone gets a Whataburger reference, welcome to Texas, I am sorry. Risk trying to play off the backboard, wanted to find an assist to Drum, but Drum played it right. Jay plays it better, though, off the sidewall. What a banger! Takes the lead, and for the first time in a long time, DJ Cali are in the lead just past 90 seconds. And this just in, Krusty Crew Gaming Tranquility has won their game against, apologies folks, has won their game against the Chill Stars 4-0. Risk is going to try to deny another Krusty Crew from progressing onward by getting a goal here, takes that ball up high, drives it down, and puts it into the lower 90. Risk is on fire right now. Akuma now on their back foot, now a little bit timid in a gentleman's sweep situation, a gentleman's reverse sweep truly, because they are at that match point. They cannot throw on this one. They have only 2 more chances to make that mistake. But with 2 minutes gone by, it's going to be Drum. Oh, good touch, smart cut to get that pop-up into the penalty box away from 9, who dove on it immediately. Oh, Tranquility won against Golden Hour Esports Night. I had the wrong team up. Arc to shut me up, punches me in the mouth with the truth, and will bring it down to a 1-goal game. What a ground pinch from 9, too. 9 just peaking right now with the mechanical plays. Able to find Arc on that shot, too. That's what was really impressive about that play. Just that snap reflex, hard to recover, hard to defend on those ground pinches, especially when you expect them to be aimed at your net, and instead it goes right across to another opponent who is ready and waiting for that play. Draw, musty flip. Ooh, can't get away from Arc, though. Slime drops down center. Jay avoids the bump from Arc. Bit more pitch awareness, was aware that Arc was coming in from behind. Did not get caught in the coils. Slime, upfield. It's going to be Jay. Clearing the ball down to the orange side of the pitch. Goes for a center. Over to Drum. Drum just far side. Ooh, Slime got the demo. The momentum was cut short. And could not get off the netting fast enough in order to get that save. Drum, once again, returns that 2-goal lead with the help of their team. And Drum has played exceptionally well. Everyone on the side of DJ Kali has gotten a piece of the pie, and they're looking to see if they can cut out a few more slices here. Save from Drom, denies the lower 90 shot, pinch from Slime. Boom out towards Arc. Back to Drom. Drom looking for a risk, but it's going to be cut down by Slime. Slime invading with the air traffic. Jay will be caught by Arc from behind that time. Ball around the rim. Slime fires, though. Comes in for the cleanup. Brings it back down to a 1-goal game. 90 seconds left to go. Folks, remember, Kali scored first. They were comfortable. Akuma. Actually, wait, was it Akuma that scored first, or was it Kali that scored first? I can't remember the last 3.5 minutes suddenly. 9. Fighting for air traffic control, fighting for airspace. It's going to be Arc. Looking for a center. Jay denies. I believe it was actually Kali who scored first, and that's who we wanted to score if we want to keep the series alive. No, it was Akuma that scored first. And now it's Jay on a breakaway here. Gets that 2-goal lead right back. I'm telling you. It was Arc, correct. It was Akuma who scored first. You're right. Thank you. So Kali is essentially looking for a script reversal. They finally got the lead after getting a goal up at 2-1 early on in the game. And that's more of what they needed here. Camera, work with me, please. I'm trying to be somewhat professional. Arc into the corner. Tries to go for a demo as 9 takes out risk. Arc tries to take out Drom. However, it's not going to work out. Ball towards the net. Drom last one. Had a bit of help from Risk, but had to avoid the bump and demo. Open net opportunity. It's going to be redirected by Slime. Over to Arc. Back over to Slime, and 9 who double commit will not go through. 25 seconds left to go. Drom taking flight. Puts the ball down. Sends it off and away. It's going to be Drom. Off the half-court line, 12 seconds left to go. Still a chance to come back for KCG Akuma if they score right now and get a kickoff goal. It's going to be 9. Look for a pass to Slime. Can't find that connection. The airspace is restricted now. No one can get past DJ Kali. Oh, sorry, I just realized there's something I can do real quick, so I'm going to do that. But now we got a match. We're heading on to game 6. DJ Kali able to win out here. 60% assists on every run. 5 beautiful saves to deny the 8 out of the 8 shots from Akuma. That means the only ones that went through were the ones they couldn't do anything about. Folks, we're heading on to Neo Tokyo, one of the rare times where we might be heading to a Game 7. There is an opportunity here. The hard call, of course, is do you use that timeout now, or do you wait for the next game? Akuma still has time to call for a timeout. However, they're all ready up and ready to go. We're heading to Neo Tokyo right now, folks. And it is going to be an extremely tight matchup as we're in Game 6. Still a match point for Akuma. And right now, you know Kali, they want to continue their story. They want to shift the odds in their favor. They want to show that they were meant to be the winners here at the higher seed. Higher seed? Oops. Wrong keypad. Yes, higher seed. That's what I was correct about that. DJ Kali want to win this matchup. They have a higher win-loss record. They have faced tougher opponents. They know they can beat Akuma. Akuma, on the other hand, they need to continue to play their way. They need to find those passing plays. They need to utilize those demos effectively and on incredible timed moments. 9, rising up above the competition, but will not find a connection to Arc. Instead, it's going to be back to Slime, 50s. Risk, low on boost, low on time, has to force another 50. The entertaining part here has been Akuma has played well. They played very well in that last match. However, they couldn't find any openings for themselves because of all the bumps and demos and the contests in the mid-air. Slime just barely off target. In the airspace, whenever they were within striking distance of the goal. While their shots were from unexpected passing plays, that really helped them out in the long run. Cali, on the other hand, they played aggressive, they found openings, but more importantly, they just continued to add pressure. Whether it's pressuring the airspace, pressuring possession, or just getting in their face when they try to clear the ball out, and then they find a snapshot right down the lower end in front of the penalty box. And that's been more what we wanted to see from DJ Cali. We're heading past the 2-minute mark right now. Ball towards the net. Jay just a bit early on that call. Sadly, won't be able to get the extra minute for clock in. Jay tries to redirect it inside. Instead, forced to back pass to Drom. Low 50. Drom keeps it away by bumping out Slime. Arc, ooh, dangerous and unable to control themselves. Does a helicopter. And sadly, doesn't have any tilt. Doesn't have any yaw. No yaw control. Oh, delicious, delicious water. Arc fires towards the net, wants to pick up that goal. DJ Cali, after 4 games, this is the first time they have scored first. And the script usually is, if you score first, you win. DJ Cali, though, just looking at this maintain momentum. They're trying to play a little bit faster. They're trying to catch up to their opposition. Arc in the corner can't catch up in time to that control. It's going to be Slime in a 1v2, but with that ball banked so far out, when it's just too far for them to control, he's going to be able to put it away. And now 9, chasing after the ball, is going to send it down across the way. Catches up a bit more momentum. Arc taken out by Drom. Drom. Look for Jay. Jay forced to 50. Risk up high, and it's backward to 9. A little bit more back and forth. Low scoring game this time too. A little bit lower momentum. A lot of plays coming out from the backboard and on these defensive cuts. 9 was hoping for an opening, but Jay took out Arc in order to get in the way of 9. Risk up center. 9 not able to cut off that redirect. Wasn't able to deny the shot. Jay with the opening gets it in. 100% shot accuracy in this game. It's been all Jay the entire game 6. He is going to carry the team in his camelback. He's going to make sure they're well hydrated, and he's going to climb that mountain that is Akuma. 2-goal difference at 80 seconds left to go. About to be a 3-goal difference if Risk had his aim. Instead, actually, it's a fake out for Drom. Drom onto the backboard. Risk taking flight, but he doesn't get clearance in time. It's going to be 9 dropping it down. Ball out to the corner. Drom unable to contest. Jay was getting ready for an upfield pass, and that was about to be dangerous for everyone involved. 9 is just trying to cut down their possession time, just trying to stay on the ball as much as humanly possible, trying to prevent any control on the side of DJ Cali, and just wants to put a hope and a prayer in front of the center of the net. Arc is rising up on his wings, but sadly will burn up in the sun. He has become Icarus in that moment, and Slime literally became Icarus as he burst into flames. 30 seconds left to go. Ball drop center. 9, banger to Slime. Can Slime catch up in time? Gets the 50. Over to 9. 9 redirects towards the far side. Won't be able to find an open net here. Arc down center, but no one's home. He left Colin McCulkey in the house. Or Macaulay Culkin. Wow, I know my 90s movies. Arc taking flight once more. They're going to come up with a goose egg for the very first time in a long time since the series began. And it's going to be match point for both teams going into Game 7, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Cali take Game 6. They have a chance. They have that gentleman reverse sweeps in their sight. They started with the first game win, and now they are looking to ensure they get the final win that matters. Incredible run for DJ Cali for the past 2 games. We got a timeout from KCG Akuma. We're going to allow that to run. I am going to change the map, and then I will start the timer once again. Ladies and gentlemen, folks, what an incredible series so far, and just incredible goals coming out from Jay. The 2 goals that matter had so much momentum behind them, one of them coming off an assist, but honestly, so much pressure coming out from Jay. Risk as well, playing so smart defensively, denying shot after shot after shot again and again and again. Only 2 saves on the side of KCG Akuma, but so many shots and none of them able to go through. So what does Akuma need to do on this? They have been in the situation before. They understand how they're in a desperation moment. They are in a extremely difficult situation because, again, folks, for both teams, this is single elimination. So if they cannot win, either team cannot win, they are done. It is the end of the season. 9 has left the lobby. Gonna make sure they know they got 20 seconds left. Both teams have been playing incredibly well, and I think the recovery from DJ Khaled speaks volumes. The team play from Akuma speaks volumes. And it's just been a wild ride for both teams, truly. Oh, with that in mind, we're getting into Game 7, folks. We're here on Champions Field. It is the moment. Put your hands towards your screen. Give them your energy. Both teams are ready to play. And who wins here will send the other one home. And I think it's going to come down to that reliable script. Whoever scores first wins. I do think we get an OT here, though. We saw impressive defensive efforts from both teams in that Game 6. However, Cali won out in the end due to pressure and some incredible passing and looks from Drawn to Jay. And then Jay just picked up a second one to get that insurance. And he wanted to pay a premium for it, too. Doesn't want to pay a high deductible, just wants to pay. And it has paid dividends. They even have a good prescription plan. Can't say much for myself, though. 45 seconds left to go. Wow, 45 seconds gone by. I know what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. Voice Guy V coming in with the raid. Thank you very much. I will give you a shout out in just a few moments. Welcome on in. We are here at Game 7 between DJ Khaled and Krusty Crew Gaming Akuma. To recap the action very quickly, ladies and gentlemen, Game 1 went to DJ Khaled off of an OT goal. Impressive plays from both teams. Game 2 went to Akuma off of beautiful passing plays and team cohesion. And then it happened again in Game 3 and again in Game 4, and they were on match point. But what is it in the distance? It's the bear. It is DJ Khaled. And with Jay Jinwoo coming to charge in, he's trying to get that first goal here, just like he took the 2 goals in the previous game that got them to match point right now. So much space and time for Risk to pick up that ball. But it's going to be 9 with the beautiful cut. It's a teardrop of a shot. It's going to be Slime taking the first goal. Who better than Slime to reach out, to encompass that entire defensive half that Ali has, and then suffocate them until they score. DJ Khaled now down by 1. This is a position of discomfort. This is a position of pins and needles, and the pins are the pins of a hand grenade, but Drob is cool, calm, and collected under pressure. Will take the pass from Jay and close it out to a 1-1. We will be getting this back and forth. Folks, let's talk about Game 1 real quick. That was DJ Khaled, and back in Game 1, they took the very first goal. And then Akuma took the second, but Khaled won it in overtime. Will we see a reverse here? Will it go to OT? Will Akuma get that final goal in order to close out Game 7 in their favor and move on to quarterfinals? as we've had more than 120 seconds gone by. Drum looking to deny that chance, tries to find the upper 90, but it's going to be Slime on a breakaway. Puts the ball towards center, gets denied, cut down by Jay. Arc fires towards the top shelf, however, it's just a bit too pricey, so Arc throws himself through Drum. Slime throwing himself to the ball, won't work out. It's going to be Arc with dangerous placement, almost get taken out by the risky man himself, and that's risky business for you. Does not go through. 135 seconds left to go. 9 out of the corner, puts it upfield. That's Drum on target. Oh, he kills the ball. Arc has to scoop it out. And just so gently tries to move it out of the way too, but it's just enough to get to the corner as my entire octave goes a few pitches higher. It's going to be Arc taking the ball back down. I need to stop doing that. Slime fires towards the net. Jay with the denial. And it's a defensive masterclass from both teams now that we're tied 1-1 with 105 seconds left. It will be denied. Who better than Arc to throw it to the lead? Beautiful pass off the ceiling from 9, and Arc will coil himself from the top, find that beautiful curve, make that connection, and power his team to victory here. It is now 1-2. 105 seconds left to go. Arc finds the insurance goal and will punch that ticket. 100 seconds left. Arc, quick reception off the kickoff. I think that was a fake kickoff play too from DJ Cali. It just did not work out in them because no one was back in time. Breakdown communication is all I can say that is. As Drum is going to try and keep this one alive. Goes off the ceiling, misses the touch. And Jay will sail right by. It's just Arc in the background. Jay looking for a body. Gets the ball and a body. Arc gets bumped out. Drum goes in to cut. But sadly, he's just a little too dull for the sharpness necessary to find that goal. Good, turn off that command. Ball sailing across the pitch. It's going to be Risk. Looking for Drum. Drum has a chance to redirect. Teardrop of a shot. It's going outside, though. Those tears will not fall as that ball goes past the half-court line. Jay denied. Down to Risk. Slime in the corner. Out towards 9. Jay with the cut, but it's a bit of a double commit once again from Cali. Again, a point of discomfort for DJ Cali. They like being in the lead. They like being in control. They will not allow someone to tell them how they can have their sandwich. Sadly, Arc is telling them they're getting mayonnaise whether they want to or not. Almost puts that one through. Jay able to save it. Sends it onto the backboard. Oh, 9 able to come through. Pass over to Slime, upper 90. Just a bit past that backboard. Not enough to go through here. Slime back to 9, and that's going to be how we seal the deal here. Oh, Risk has already left the game. Well, folks, that's going to be it at this point in time. Let's just go ahead and bring up the stat sheet because we have people leaving the match. They don't want to be in here for the last 8 seconds. It hurts. Oh, no. We're going back to my beautiful face. As they're going to pad their stats in the meantime here. We're just going to allow this to keep going. They got no competition. Just going to push up the numbers at this point in time. It really could have gone either way. It was such an impressive run. For DJ Cali to make that comeback, it is so easy. So easy. We're going to close this out here. It's 1-6. We know Akuma wins. I'll say the numbers here for who has the most goals. But Arc with 3 goals, 9 with 2 goals, 2 assists, Slime with 1 goal, 2 assists as well. Beautiful. Beautiful series from both of them, really. And it's so easy. GG, Slime. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate you. It's so easy when you are on when your opponents are on match point. It is so easy to get in that mindset of just giving up, to just throw the game away. And they did not do that. They continued to fight through. They had impressive runs all the way through to the end. That timeout That timeout in Game 6, after Game 6 from Akuma, just cooled them down a bit too much, and they could not catch up. And that's the name of the game, too. You have to be adapting to those pauses in the action. You have to stay hot however you can. Beautiful series overall from both teams. KCG Akuma continue to move on. DJ Cali get knocked out on this one. Incredible series. Arc, you haven't played since Wednesday. Wow. Just an incredible series overall, folks. I'm going to quickly pull up the list. So it will be Krusty Crew Gaming Tranquility versus Krusty Crew Gaming Akuma coming up next week. Queso, yes, Akuma won. It's going to be Akuma versus Tranquility. It's going to be an in-house matchup next week for quarterfinals for Cross Progression Esports League. Folks, thank you all so very much for joining me on this broadcast. Once again, my name is Ice Cold Brew. I've been commentating and broadcast. Shout out to Lander for creating Barl and Carl, for getting those beautiful stats, for allowing us to see what is happening in the action so we can get a better picture outside of me just yapping all day. As always, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsors of Cross Progression Esports League, Krusty Crew Gaming being one of them, T-Shot Gaming being another, and then, of course, the wonderful folks over at Boost Over Ball Podcast. Thank you so much to the sponsors for providing that prize pool, that $150 prize pool that all of KCG has a chance to go for the Boost Goblins, the Tranquility, and now Akuma as well. The only heartbreak is only one team can win it. Well, folks, I am going to go ahead and close out for the evening as well. I'm going to make sure I have someone to raid out to real quick. So I talk to you real quick about some of our favorite people who help provide for this stream, too. If you're hearing the beautiful music in the background, this is from Christopher Escalante, !track. Let me double check and make sure that works, because it did not before. There it is, !track. If you want to go check out Christopher Escalante, that's ChristopherEscalante.com for more music and music projects. You can check out his voice acting work there as well, or you can commission him for your own soundtrack to your own streams and life as well. He is an incredible musician. Go check him out. We also have merchandise made by Hilarity Art. You can go check out Hilarity's stream merchandise and shop over on www.etsy.com/shop/hilarityart, and check out her Patreon as well, because she has some incredible stickers of the month that you can go pick up. You can get this really cute axolotl sticker that I don't have a graphic for right now, but imagine it's there. And finally, folks, if you are watching this on YouTube, thank you very much for watching on YouTube. Hit that like, follow, and subscribe button, and ring the bell, whatever you need to do. Either way, thank you so much for joining me. Let me know what you thought about having the post-match stats show up via Carl on there, because I felt like that was a nice little addition I could put in because of that. We're going to go ahead and check and see if Raptor Gaming is still streaming right now. And if Raptor is, we're going to see where that match is at in the series, so we can go out there. In fact, it looks like we're heading to match point between Deathcloud Rose and Infamous Evolution. So let's go ahead and get out of here so we can go raid him. New stat screen's clean. I love that for me. I have to copy paste Raptor's name because there's so many numbers behind it. There we are. All right, we have half the game of Deathcloud Rose versus Infamous Thieves Evolution going on. So we're going to go ahead and get on out of here, folks. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure to drop a follow if you're following here on Twitch, and I will see you all next time.